No, I know. How about this for a pillow? Hi, everyone. Terry Hardin, Walt Disney's legendary Imagineer here, and I'm on the farm in Connorsville, Indiana. Yes, my author friend and co illustrator, Lynette Eklund's farm. This is it. You're looking up at me right now. And that's because if I tilt this computer camera, we've got a dog here. Do you see this lovely dog here? Yeah, this is Reba. I'm going to tilt the camera a little better. There she is. I'm out here on the farm doing my thing and I'm going to give you this nice angle of the farm. See, all this land is hers indeed. And then you've got Reba and all of the animals. Did you know that country dogs and cats have a different job? Yes. Okay, I'm going to set the computer down because I found out that I've got a really good angle if I just do this. Did you realize that dogs and cats, and I know first of all, Outrageous Pumpkins this Sunday, October 3rd. See if you recognize anybody, okay? There you go. Now there's the thing. If you're just joining us, you may say, what the hey? And you would be right. I'm actually on a book tour for Giggling Pumpkins. Now, Giggling Pumpkins is a picture book. I like to say children's book, but Lynette says that picture book works better. That when you say picture book, more people like it. I don't know. I'm from California, and all of you in California are kids at heart. But I'm realizing here in Indiana that there's a lot of people that aren't kids at heart. They're adults. You know, I don't see many adults who act like adults, and it kind of makes you sad. But they're adults, and so if they don't have grandkids, they don't have kids, then they're not interested in being childlike at all. Very sad. Very, very sad. Yes, I'm very early today because I'm on the East Coast, which means for me, it is actually 11 o'clock where I'm sitting, but in my head, it's 8 o'clock in the morning. Okay. So I had to do this early because I can't stay on for the whole time because Lynette has her things that need to get done and she needs to have me be a part of it as well. So me sitting and broadcasting while she's trying to get work done doesn't really work. So I wanted to broadcast, so I just got up early and broadcasted. So Outrageous Pumpkins, yes, indeed, it's finally here. If you guessed that that's what I was doing during the pandemic, I was filming this, looking at all the amazing contestants, and it's not just because I'm on the show as a judge that I want you to watch it. However, I do want you to watch it because I'm a judge on the show, full disclosure. But we've also got Allison and Mark, a great trio. I think we are a great, great, great trio of hosts and judges. I think it's a really good mix. Match made in heaven, if I can say that. And also one of the most stunning years for pumpkin sculpting. So I really want to encourage you to go to the Food Network. If your Sunday is busy and you cannot watch it, you've got a couple of choices. Yeah, there's a Discovery Plus channel. You know, they have their streaming channel. Food Network has a Discovery Plus, has a streaming channel that gives you Food Network and other channels all combined that you can watch. But if you're not streaming with Discovery Plus, you can still go to foodnetwork.com, or if you have cable, go to the Food Network on your station. So it's out there. You can go to foodnetwork.com and then you can get a hold of that show and everything, right? Yeah, or Discovery Plus, right? Now, when you're watching the Food Network, if this Sunday, October 3rd, is busy for you, then the following Sunday, usually what the Food Network does, and I'm only guessing, I'm not an authority here, they don't always share with me, but they will show you the first show and then the second show back to back. So if you miss it, you can watch it again. You may want to watch it twice like I will, because these are amazing. These are amazing sculptors. There's 7 of them. Many of them are, well, I'm going to let them tell you about themselves, but they are fabulous, fantastic. You will not be disappointed. And if you're someone who aspires to be a pumpkin sculptor, you got a lot of material, they talk about how they come up with their designs and how they do their designs, and they've got a lot of good. It's a good show. It's a good show. It's not just because I. The other thing I love about it is that it's all about the art. It's all about the art. Yeah, yeah. It's all about the art, which is nice. So join us, please, on the Food Network for Outrageous Pumpkins and see some. Segueing into that, I want you to know, go to terrihardin.com. And if you are looking at Outrageous Pumpkins and you say to yourself, oh my goodness, and I mean, look at my outfit, okay? This is my farm outfit. I am not in the city. I am on the farm. So I have to dress accordingly while on the farm, okay? And this is something that the nice thing about living with someone who has, being and visiting with my best friend is that she's got 36 acres and she's got a 2-story house. This is it right here. And I live in, I have a wonderful room on the top, and I have a little container that has all my winter clothes. I used to visit her regularly, but with the pandemic, we haven't seen each other in 2 years. So all of these clothes that I'm wearing, with the exception of my little Stitch outfit, all these that I wear are here already. So I don't have to pack a huge bag or whatever. And it's really, really nice. It's really, really, really nice. It's beautiful out here. Very, very green, which, I'm from California. So we're not seeing a lot of green right now. We're seeing a lot of dry. And it's beautiful out here. It rained when I landed. So it's very, very cool and really special. So forgive me for getting early. I do, when you are a guest in someone's home, you have to work accordingly, act accordingly, and be a part of the solution as much as possible, which I do. She's been my best friend for a long, long time, and she has to do the math because me and math. But we're out here on a book tour for Giggling Pumpkins. And if I can share with you a little bit, here is a Connorsville, that's where I am, a Connorsville newspaper. Isn't that cool? It's a sweet paper. It's not, the newspaper. Some of you guys are going, what's a newspaper? This is a newspaper. Print. You open it up, you look at the funnies. It actually has a funny page, but that's not what I want to talk to you about today. I want to talk to you about, there's Lynette right there. See that? I'm tilting it so you can see it. There she is. And she's posing with the Giggling's Pumpkin book. I did the drawings, and she painted them and wrote the story. And it is getting huge responses from kids and adults. And look at the size of this article. This is the nice thing about papers like this, is look at the size of this article. It's like front page, first of all, and it's big. Look how big it is. It's big. And there's more on another page. So they really celebrate their people here. If you guys know of a newspaper I can chat with to talk about the book, Outrageous Pumpkins, or my class is coming up, which October 30th, I'm doing a live class in Anaheim. So go to TerriHarden.com, click on event schedule, and you can find out how to sign up for that class. If you're watching, when you watch Outrageous Pumpkins, if you think you can't do it, dash that out of your head and I'll prove to you that you can. I've never had a student who's failed yet, and I'd love to have you in Anaheim. And if you love Disney, which many of you do, make a day of it. Okay, it's Saturday the 30th, and by the evening you could go to downtown Disney and have dinner, or you could pop in. If you have a pass, you could make an appointment and pop in and see the Oogie Boogie Bash decorations, I guess, and all kinds of cool stuff. I haven't been, but you can make a day of it and come take the class and then go to Disney, or go to Disney and come take the class. It's really going to be fun. It's only 5 miles from the park, so you can have a really good opportunity to do it. It is filling up. I have I have about 10 spaces left, maybe. Not sure. I haven't looked. I've been all about the book these 2 weeks. It's been all about Giggling Pumpkins, the Giggling Pumpkin book. And if you're just joining me, welcome. Hear that truck? Right by the road. This is not where I live. I'm a Disney Imagineer, Disney artist. I've been in Ghostbusters, Men in Black, tons of stuff. And if you're just joining us, please post in the comments and say hello. But yeah, it's interesting. So if I turn, I'm going to pick you up. I'm picking you up. You see this, if you are a city person like myself, or, county person, this is the country. And I will illustrate it by showing you this. See this flagpole? See this set of rocks? This is the only spot, for real, that I get cell phone signal. That's it. If I want to call my husband, I have to stand on this rock and call him and pray for cell phone because there is no other cell phone signal here. Wi-Fi is a little different. Apparently, a big company moved in, and they need Wi-Fi more than cell phone service. So the Wi-Fi is pretty good here, and I found that I was able to broadcast. But there was a time I could not broadcast and cannot call. In fact, I call my husband whenever I have signal. I race to call my husband. So after this, I will sit on that said rock and try to call my dad and see how he's doing today. Yeah, so yay, happy October 1st. What this means is you must rest. That's what this means. I'm going to set you down again, tilt you back up. You're going to have to rest. And that's what I've been doing. I've been trying to rest. I'm getting up really early. Pacific time, 4:30 in the morning is usually when I get up. Pacific. But here it's 7:30. Okay? So that's kind of it. And I wanted to sit out here just so you could see how nice it is out here on the farm, and yeah, I just wanted to share that with you. We can get up. Let me get up for a minute. And I apologize. I'm really close now. There we go. I was on my shirt. My hand was on my shirt. That could have been extremely embarrassing. Yeah, but if I put you up here so you can see this land. You see this land as I put you up here and tilt down, because the top of my head ain't that great, right? But there you go. And then I'm just going to make sure, because Lindsay will beat me. But here I am in the farm, and you can see Lynette used to have a haunted corn maze here, and I used to come out every year and teach pumpkin sculpting. And over here is where the ticket booth and little store she had there. And then over in this area, I did demos and did over this way, I did demos and did pumpkin sculpting things. Yep. So that's the deal. Let's see. I'm going to zoom in closer because I cannot read from this far. We're going to sit a little closer and give you some opportunity to answer some questions. Okay. So anyway, this is all her land. If I tilt this camera back again, all her land. Yeah. Pretty impressive, huh? Yeah. All her land. Yeah. If I had my other camera, I could do cuts. That building in the background just above the fence there is her studio, and she's out there working right now with her connection. Now, what have we learned? I'm going to sit here in the shade. Thank you for bearing with me as I exercise my porch swing opportunity. There we go. Yay. Oh, goodness. Okay, so let me tell you about our tour. Our tour, tonight we are in Connorsville at the Art Association. We're going to meet fellow artists, and we're going to talk about the art of the book and why not necessarily why I didn't color it, but Lynette, I had done a drawing for Lynette quite some time ago based on pumpkins, something she really liked, and she remembers it. And so she came to me and she asked me if she could, if I would illustrate her book. And the odd thing was, I thought I was going to color it, but she said, no, I want to be the one to color them. Just do the line drawings for me. Now, I did the concept art digitally. I actually worked on the layout and everything on my iPad. Got it all figured out because you can really work fast when you work digitally. And those of you artists who are married to pen and paper, this is a great way to sort of work out your concept ideas, kind of figure out what you like and what you don't. You can do it quickly. And then you can take that and transfer to actual watercolor paper, which I had to do. And I'm not sure how many drawings. It was a lot of drawings, guys. I can't remember how many drawings it was, but it was a lot of drawings. And I did them all by hand, and then I shipped them out to her here in Indiana, and then she colored them. So they're all hand watercolored by hers. She told me that she wished she didn't have me draw so many leaves. So those of you, when you see the book, be sure to take a look at the leaves. The pumpkins were something that she said just didn't seem to, blow her away as much as the leaves. And she will, so tonight at the Art Association, we will be talking about what it took to color them, what it took to draw them, the processes, and so on and so forth. Yeah, we'll be talking about that. And we'll be signing and selling the book. We've been doing very, very, very well. Yeah. The book is lovely. It is a picture book. I like to say it's a children's book. But what I've discovered, and you learn something all the time when you're here about your book, okay? First of all, you really should give yourself some running room to promote, okay? To reach out to schools so you could read it to children, to go to places like our ice cream parlors. We've done very well in the short time because I really wanted it for the Disneyana fan club and for Marceline, Missouri, and then neither happened. They were postponed till next year because of the pandemic, but we were working towards that. And we did not get the running room that we wanted. So next year we're going to celebrate it again. It's it's a bit seasonal. It's about pumpkins. So we'll bring it out next year, and we'll have more running room. We'll get more people. We'll read it to people. We'll celebrate it with people. And what's really nice, if you have children and you're listening right now, the thing that's really, really nice about it is it's a very nice little book that you can read to your children. But what's really, really fabulous is if you have children who are, 2 or 3, and they're in that you're reading a story to them and they're transitioning into reading themselves, they can read the book to you. And during Warm Glow, I realized that this was a big deal for children. They really, really were excited that after mom and dad had been telling them stories for so long, that they were going to be able to curl up and read a story to mom and dad. So consider that when you think about this book. Giggling Pumpkins is a great book, and it's very, very special. It's about fairies, and it's about pumpkins, and it is a fiction story about how pumpkins end up in the patch. And you'll never look at a butterfly the same again after reading this book. So I encourage you, go to TerriHarden.com, click on new book. Couldn't be easier, and order one. If you order it before October 5th, I can get it signed by the both of us because we're together here. The minute I go back to California, you will get either Lynette's signature, the author, or my signature, the illustrator. But getting both is going to be not possible. Now, if you happen to be on the East Coast later, you can look Lynette up, reach out to her, and she will sign the other half, and vice versa. You're coming to California and you bought your book in Indiana after October 5th, and you only have Lynette's signature, you can write to me and I will sign the other one. So there's a way to get it, but it's going to take more work. But it's a great little book. It weighs about a pound. It's just with the packing and everything, it weighs about a pound. So it's very easy for me to ship. And we charge $5 shipping and handling for one book. And then we work out books if you want to buy 10 and so on and so forth. So multiple sizes, reach out to me. If you're someone who wants to buy 10 or more, just reach out to me and we'll give you a little bit of a break. Possibly. 10 is about the same price, but we have breakdowns for 25, et cetera, et cetera. But ask me, reach out if you want to buy more than, talk to me, messenger me, or, email me, Terri@TerriHarden.com. Go to the website. It'll show you how to get a hold of me if you can't remember all of what I've just said. Okay. So there you go. So I've got a little bit of AMA today. I also want you to know that Saturday in the morning, tomorrow, we are at Kids at Heart I think she said it's Centerville. Anyway, it's Indiana. And that is the publisher, Kids at Heart Publishing. We're going to be there all day. And my fingers are crossed. I might get to see an old friend that I haven't seen in years, the designer of The Little Mermaid. And I will talk to you about that. Yes, one of the official designers of The Little Mermaid. So I will talk to you about him more should we see him, or if the signal is good, maybe we'll pop on live and everyone will say hello. Okay, depending on the time. I will take my computer just in case, just in case we can pop on and see you. But if not, I will do video, and when I get home, where my system is, where all my video equipment is, where all my editing equipment is, I will post it so you can see it. But it's going to be a lot of fun. And then in the evening, I'm at, and I want to make sure I get this right because Zach is being very sweet. He owns a place called Roscoe's Coffee Bar and Tap Room. So that night we're going to be at Roscoe's Coffee Bar and Tap Room, and he's concerned because it was gathered last minute, and he's afraid he's only going to have, two people and some pretzels there to see us. But I think it's going to be fun no matter what. You know me. I'm not really, you know this, I'm not really about crowds. I love crowds. Okay. More crowds, more sales, then, who doesn't love that? All right. But by the same token, I don't really get upset if, 10 people show up and I was expecting 100. It just creates for me what I call a coffee talk. And, what if one of those 10 people were Bill Gates? So you never treat anyone like, oh man, there's only 10 people. These 10 people came out of their way to come and see you. And so respectfully, that's exciting, and you guys who know me know this is the way I feel across the board. So 10, 100 or more, yay, just yay. We did an ice cream parlor last night, which made me very happy because, it had ice cream, and you know how I feel about homemade ice cream. No, they didn't have my favorite flavor, coconut ice cream. And I'm not about sorbets. I'm not about sherbet. I'm not about icy. When it comes to coconut, I want the creamy vanilla base with coconut all through it. And you can just like dump a bag in a scoop and I'm going to be happy. Every bite is just chewing, because I love coconut. So, Lynette's husband, Jim, actually took some vanilla ice cream, piled coconut on it. I mixed it together. It was a little bit soft, and now it's got coconut in it. And I'm like, it's just wonderful. Anyway, Ullery's is a homemade ice cream store here in town. And when they go to events, they make it in a cement, in one of those little cement mixers. They've actually repurposed a cement mixer. No, it didn't have cement in it. Cement mixer that makes the ice cream on property when they go and visit. They do an event. So for October, they're going to be coming out to various places and making the ice cream live and in person. And that's pretty impressive. Isn't that good? Great idea, huh? Great idea. So there you go. Remember, Outrageous Pumpkins, October 3rd. The NDA has been lifted, the non-disclosure agreement, allowing me to speak about it because it's this Sunday. Thank goodness I get to talk about it. It's this Sunday. See some great pumpkin art and works, and set your DVR if you can't do it. All right. Okay. Let's see what you have to say, and we'll go from there. Okay. Angie's in the house. Happy Friday. So glad to catch up on the road with you. What's been your favorite part so far? My favorite part so far, it had to be, Angie, the ice cream store, because last night we were with kids. Okay. We were packed at this ice cream store, which is mom and pop. It's adorable. It's just adorable. And how this happened is we met the owner. This is the thing about the country. You meet people who own the businesses, and it's very, very exciting to meet people who actually created their ice cream store or their newspaper or whatever. Very exciting. And she fell in love with the book. She fell in love with the idea of fairies. In Richmond, they have what's called a fairy walk, which I didn't know about. And so people are kind of prone to this excitement over pumpkins and pumpkin fairies, which are in Lynette's book. So, so it was a big deal, but there were lots of children. And so at one point during the time we were there, Lynette was asked if she'd read her story because I did illustrate it, but it's Lynette. Lynette wrote it, so it's Lynette's book. So it's our book, but I mean, you know what I mean. Anyway, so she sat and she read it, and all the kids, it was very noisy. And then all of a sudden, there was a hush in the room as she read the book. And then afterwards, when we were autographing, we met a lot of teachers who asked us to be a part of their classroom experience. Could we come in as guests? And those of you who live in California, if you have a school or a class and you'd like me to come in and read the book and share the book, and possibly give you a special price, you can give them the kids or whatever you want to give the book to the kids, or you want to have one for your classroom or whatever, talk to us about it. Reach out to me on the West Coast, reach out to Lynette on the East Coast. And we're finding that Lynette is getting booked pretty, after I leave, she's getting booked. She's getting a library where she'll probably read the book and share. And then several teachers walked up and asked her if she'd be part of their presentation as they open up from the pandemic. And she's so excited. One class yesterday said, hey, how about you talk to kids about writing? And we had a little girl there who said she wanted to do a book and she was going to write. So it was really great to see the kids. So that was my favorite, Angie. I know. There I am, long-winded again. What surprised me the most on the trip is it rained. It rained. Do you remember rain? Those of you who lived in California, you remember what it looks like? I mean, like real rain. There was no thunder. That would have been a bonus for me. But it was really coming down when I land. When the last leg of my flight was like this, yay me. But when I landed, it was pouring. It was. I mean, it was sheets of water, to where, well, you've heard about it on the East Coast. Flooding could have happened, but not in Indiana. But it was a lot of water, and that was so lovely. And then the other surprising thing on the trip is I met this wonderful man, Brad. Oh, Brad. Brad is a pumpkin grower and vegetable person out here in Indiana, and he has over 1,000 acres where he provides food for so many. And he's very dedicated, and it was great we didn't walk all 1,000 acres, but he provided some pumpkins for me to carve for Warm Glow. He was a very sweet fella. And he talked to us about how he ships all over, and he even ships some pumpkins to California. The texture of the pumpkins for me out here, they are a little different. So if you're virtually sculpting, I'm going to try and get you to some place where you might be able to find a wolf pumpkin. He does not do the wolves. He does the classic ones you find in markets and stores like that. They're very nice. If you get to the point where that's all you can get, you're still going to be able to sculpt if you take the virtual class. But they are a different texture. So you know, but he's a love. He's a very sweet love. And the other thing he told me was that he, the peppers, the bell peppers, everyone out here likes the green. And so he doesn't have a huge market for the red. So if you know somebody who owns a huge market chain, you have to get with a wholesaler. But let me know, because he's willing to fly. If enough people in California want those red bell peppers, he's really willing to fly them out. Because right now he's putting them in the field for the animals to eat. And that's a shame, isn't it? So, and that's the pepper I like. I'm not a green pepper eater. I eat the red, but here they eat the green. Oh, excuse me. The cats are having a talk. This one kitty over here, let me show you her. There she is. She didn't want company. She just stole this other cat. No, you're not going to be up here. This is mine. Farm animals. What are you going to do? Right? So, yeah. So that has been very surprising. Also, what surprises me, Angie, is there are no kids at heart. Meaning, I grew up in California. I grew up in the Disney World. I meet kids at heart. older people that are childlike. They celebrate Disney. They wear mouse ears. They dress up in costume. They trick or treat. Here, no. Lynette made it very clear that here in Connorsville, if they don't have grandkids or they don't have children, they're not interested in the book, with the exception of Tammy, who owns the ice cream store. But duh, right? Of course, Tammy, the ice cream lady, she was a huge kid at heart, and everyone in her place was kids at heart. Big, joyful people who understand what tapping into your inner child means for your mental health. So, note to Indiana, get connected with that, become a kid at heart, and you will never look back if you allow yourself to do that. But not here. They don't do that. So that was a real surprise for me, Angie, and a little bit of a heartbreaker because I'm so used to people of all ages having the heart of a child. I'm a 5-year-old. I've always been a 5-year-old. I have the attention span of a gnat, and I love to color. I love to draw. I love to sculpt. Love to paint. Love art. So, you know, oh well, right? Oh well, right. Yeah. Hi, Tim Gillette. Sorry I missed you on Wednesday. Work, work, work here in the book tour. But Tim, as you know, Outrageous Pumpkins is coming. Yay! Tim is a big fan of Allison, so he's my fan too. But he's very excited to see Allison, and so he'll get to see in a few weeks of us doing our thing. So, hi Tim, thanks for popping in. Evelyn, good morning. How are you? Rose, you guys are up early. Well, not really. It's 8:30. You're close to where my time is. Good morning. Bob and I are family. Oh, well, you're in Disney World. Well, of course you are. Stay safe. I saw those pictures. I hear it's hot, terribly, terribly hot there. And I also heard that it is crowded. I saw the lines to get in to celebrate the Walt Disney World's 50th anniversary, which is here, right? It's tomorrow, isn't it? The second. The official anniversary date, I think, is October 2nd. It's the first. But in any case, Disney, they're like me. They celebrate their birthday, their anniversary, the whole year. I celebrate my birthday the whole month. So again, like a kid, it's wonderful. It's exciting. So thank you for taking a minute to pop in, and hi to your entire family. And thank you. Now get off here and go have some fun. You can watch me later when it's boring. But thank you for joining me. I love you for popping in. Hi, Shelby. How are ya? It is a happy day. It is. Stephen Golden. Yes, glad to see you too. I really wanted to make sure that during the book tour, I popped in and saw you. And when I saw we had decent Wi-Fi, I decided to do this. It is early because, like I said, the hours that Lynette works are different. So I have to be sure that I'm available when she's free, because otherwise we get behind, the hurrier, what is it statement? The hurrier I go, the behinder I get. And so, yeah. So we've got a lot going on. Like I said, tonight at the Art Association, talking arts and showing the book and talking about doing your own book. And then at the publishers to celebrate the publisher. The publisher wants to kick off 2 amazing artists. So here we are. And we'll be there from 10 to 4 at Kids at Heart. And then that evening, we're going to be at Roscoe's. I want to get this right because this guy is so sweet. Roscoe's Coffee Bar and Tap Room in Richmond. And there, in fact, I'm reminding myself, Dave Snow, the mayor, he better be there on Saturday. Good friend of mine it all started with a pumpkin. And he found out that he was an artist. All of you out there that's saying you're an artist, you just need to come and take my pumpkin class. True story. He went from not being an artist to realizing he was artistic to having the confidence to run for mayor. And he's been 2 terms as mayor. This is his 2nd term here in Richmond, Indiana. And it all started with a pumpkin. He said he wouldn't have had the confidence had he not taken the class and had my voice in his ear. And those of you who have my voice in your ear that tell you, don't be Don't allow your own brain to be full of excuses as to why you're not doing something and why you're not trying something. You all deserve so much to do what you love. And I'm doing what I love, crazy as it is. I haven't flown in forever. Can't remember the last time I flew. Uh, yeah, it was probably for the show, the Outrageous Pumpkin Show, which is well over a year. So yeah, I'm so excited to have done that. But it's good to see you too, Stephen. Very, very good. Hi, Joel Christopher Payne. Yes, I'm in Indiana. Now, Indiana, and it's amazing, the country life. I always am surprised when I'm in Burbank when I see a coyote. We have coyote warnings because during the pandemic, nature came to visit the city, and I'm sure you've seen those videos. A woman slapping a bear who grabbed her dog, or so on and so forth. So here in the country, yesterday I heard coyotes howl, and Reba, who is Lynette's big dog, answered the call, and the coyotes knew. They thought, "Woo, that's a big coyote," because this is a big dog that just has figured out how to duplicate that coyote howl. And I guess it says stay away. Then you have the cats who are ratters. Right now they're all having little rests down here. There's one at my feet down here. You see her? They're resting. But they all have their jobs here. Everybody has a purpose. So mine was to get this broadcasted before Lynette comes in for lunch, which is very, very shortly. So I just wanted to say howdy and to tell you the book is selling quite well. And if you want to buy it, go to my website, terrihardin.com, click on new book, and buy yourself a copy of that. If you order it, I think I said this before, I'm going to say it again. If you order it before October 5th, you can get both signatures because I'm here in Indiana with the author. Okay. Once we separate, you're going to get one or the other. If you're on the West Coast, you might get Lynette's signature. You're on the East Coast, you'll get mine. If you order from me, you'll get mine. If you order from her, you'll get hers, and so on and so forth. So do yourself a favor, get both autographs. It's a beautiful book, hardcover, made in the USA, because that's what we wanted. So go and buy it. It's not that much, and you'll really, really be happy. It's her first book. Her very, very first book. She's an author. She's got lots of stories in her belly, but this is the one that we collaborated on to get her done. And we got her done because we did it together. We motivated each other. So I hope that you will purchase it to celebrate my first illustrating of non-Disney art, although it's my style, Terry's style, in a book, and her first story. So it's our inaugural book together, and there will be more to come. We've got a lot of ideas. So, and we've been that way for years. We have built together, designed together. Those of you who have seen me in my Catwoman suit, Lynette is the one who did the patterning for me because she's brilliant. Yeah, absolutely brilliant. I miss that lifestyle, peaceful and hard work. Yeah, Joel, it's really nice. Do a book tour, Joel. Do an art tour. You can revisit it. They'd love to see you out here. They'd love to see you. In fact, we got invited by Tennessee, but we can't squeeze it in. Tennessee invited us to come out. And we just can't squeeze it in. And it's been not, but the cool thing is Tennessee is near Indiana, so Lynette can squeeze it in. So we have been working with people who wanted to catch us, if they could before I left, but are so excited that it's not a dead issue after I go home. They kind of assumed Lynette and I both were from California, and Lynette's from here. So the schools are excited. The libraries are excited. The surrounding states are excited because the author lives here. So it's very, very exciting. So Joel, you might just consider little traveling, showing your art, talking to people, doing drawings. They'd love to see you. I know an ice cream parlor that would love to have you. Think about it, my love. Just think about it. Janny, morning. Everything is going well. Thank you for saying that, Janny. I did see some of your beautiful art. I've been trying to look at the tribe and Facebook and Instagram and as much as I could. But like I said, signal, and you saw the pole where I've got to make my calls to my husband if I'm here. Otherwise, I wait till I get on the I-70 freeway, and then I call my husband, honey, I've got signal. How are you? Joel and Janny, it's the country life. Absolutely. It is the country life. Steven says postal rates officially changed today. I know it sucks, doesn't it? And it seriously sucks. And here's why. Because they announced who can do this. What business do you know? Stephen brings up a really good point. What business do you know where the postal service can tell you the service is going to get worse and they're going to charge you more for worse service? Can you think of any place that you would actually work with that tells you it's going to be garbage and hello, we're going to charge you more for it? Yeah, so McDonald's says the burgers are no longer going to be, a couple of bucks. They're going to be $10 each, and they're going to be worse. We're not going to make them nice. We've decided we're going to use inferior ingredients, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah. An artist says, I'm not going to really draw. I'm going to draw a line on paper, but I'm going to charge you $100 million for it, and you'll get it eventually. Yeah. Silly dumb. But the post office has made it very clear, mail early because we're going to get worse and we're going to charge you more for it. What a heartbreaker. Just a surprising. What does that mean, I wonder? Ship UPS? A thought. A thought. Yep, it's a thought. I am Demetrius. I am in Indiana. I am in Connorsville, Indiana. And I am celebrating a book again. Here is the Connorsville News Examiner. Isn't that a great looking? That's a newspaper, guys. That's an actual newspaper with like ads and stuff. You're in California and you know a newspaper I can send a press release to and talk about the book and get in it. I would just love it for all kinds of reasons. But there's Lynette. There she is posing with our book, the one I illustrated and the one she colored and wrote. So, and it's a big article. It's a nice, big front page article. So, yeah, so there I am. Yeah, Demetrius, I am. If you are in the Indy area or you want to make the trek down, I highly recommend making your way to Kids at Heart. They are amazing. And I was going to say, I wonder, I posted it. Well, where did I post it though? I can't even remember. The days are flying by. I actually get to rest because country life makes me rest. If you can't look at your phone and you can't be on the computer and my sculpting table and everything is there, I wasn't about to bring the Roly Crump just that here. Still very volatile. You chill. I'm doing stuff. Don't think I'm not. One of the things I got to do, Angie asked earlier, a highlight. One of the highlights is that in the spring, the Connorsville High School is going to be putting on Little Shop of Horrors. And y'all know how fun that is, right? So I can't remember what the last time I was here a few years back, I drew whenever they want something drawn freehand on something, just like from my head to the set piece. If I'm in town, they have me draw it. So I did their sign, Little Shop of Horrors with Audrey on the side. So I draw it in a pen, and then that gives them guidelines to paint it. So that was the first thing when I landed. They said, "Will you draw the sign?" Lynette said, "You're drawing the Little Shop." They said, "Would you?" She said, "You're drawing it." And I said, "Okay," because we help each other, don't we? We're part of the solution, not the problem. And that's what's so wonderful. I also have to say that another lovely surprise is that Lynette's husband, Jim, used to not join in on the conversations with us. And many of you may not know, but I introduced Jim to Lynette and Lynette to Jim. They fell in love and got married and have been happily married ever since. 3 beautiful children who are now grown, 2 of them married as well. And so when I come here, I want to see how Jim's doing too. But he used to separate himself from us, kind of thinking that the girls want to talk, But no, and this time I had to comment to him that I really enjoy him joining in the conversations. I love sitting with him and talking, sitting with him and Lynette, and us all having a conversation at table over dinner. It's just been joyful. I've really, really enjoyed him participating. And he said he thought he was missing out, so he wanted to stop missing out in the conversation. And I'm glad he's part of it because he has a lot to say. He's a wonderful man. He's a warm and wonderful individual, a sweetheart. And they really are great for each other. So I'm super happy he loves her. He builds. He's like Bob the Builder. Personally, I think probably better than Bob the Builder. No offense, Bob, but really, really good builder. He builds wagons. He loves to drive tractors. Now, Jim is from Burbank, California. Never out of Burbank until he married Lynette and they moved back to Indiana to raise their kids. And he was just Mr. Farm Guy. He loves tractors. He loves the big mowers. He loves. I mean, he just really took to it like a duck to water. It's very adorable. And he builds, like he builds shelves and he builds buildings and he builds things here on the farm and it's just incredible. It's just incredible. And I'm very, very impressed with him. And Lynette. So they're a very dynamic, wonderful couple, and it's great to be here for 2 weeks to visit with them. Joseph Yakovetic, when do I return home? October 6th, extremely early in the morning. If you're the East Coast, it's 7:30, but for us West Coast folks, it's 4 o'clock in the morning. And I did this because I wanted a nonstop flight. It is still the pandemic. I have to be safe. And I also did this because it's a good time for Lynette to be able to get back home and start her day because she's got a play that they're putting on with the kids. I couldn't begin to tell you. Writing a will, something like making a will could kill you or something. It's a whodunit. And it's about the will, and it's very wonderful. I've been watching their rehearsals and watching the high school students grow into their roles, which has been lovely. But next spring, in January, February, that time they're going to be working on Little Shop of Horrors, and I'd love to fly out to actually see that one because the kids are so excited about that one. So it should be very cool. I'm excited. So Joseph, that's when I return home, the 6th. Back to work. Back to work. Demetrius says, tell Lynette you said hello. Okay, Demetrius, I will. Can you come out and see us? We'd love for you to come out and see us. Lots to do, lots to see. Love to see you. But I will, Demetrius, I will tell her you said hello. She could be even listening right now, and she'll say hello back, but I'll tell her you said hello, okay? Sandra, good morning. Deanna, did you see the cats? I've been showing Deanna cats every time I turn around. Look, a cat. Look, a cat. Deanna loves cats, as many of you cat people do. And look, we cat. Like if I go like this and I turn this, Deanna, can you see the cat pop over right here? Let me put my finger. I got to find out where my finger is. There it is. Right there. This is an upside down pineapple cat. And she's looking at me right now. She's looking at me going, get me off the camera. What are you doing? And then we have another one under a little bit. You can see right there, under there. This is lazy day in the morning for the animals as they have a night shift. That's when they're really on the prowl, is the night shift. It's quite enjoyable. Hello there, Janet. Hi. Aren't you in Walt Disney World, Janet? I think you are. Miss you, Deanna. I miss you too. We're going to get back. I'm going to work really hard to make Wednesday after I land, so I'll be a little laggy, most likely. But look for the Zoom announcement, because on Tuesday, I think I'm going to announce that we're going to do a Zoom call on Wednesday, and I will be there. I will do my level best to be there, and we'll talk. That's on the tribe. If you want to join Terri's tribe, go to patreon.com/Terri Hardin, or just go to patreon.com and Google Terri Hardin, and you will find me. And $5 a month, $60 a year, you can be a part and be on our Zoom call. And it's really going to be a fiery one because we haven't been together for a couple of weeks, have we? We miss each other so much. At least it's not by pony anymore. I know. Yeah, you gotta be positive, right? Yeah, I think I use a one of those squares to take credit card payments, and if I don't have Wi-Fi, I've got to get creative. So it's been fun. It's been challenging, but we've made it work. Uh, yeah, yeah, it's been really cool. It's been really cool. I have family in Evansville, Indiana. Oh, you want to tell them that we're come see us and say they're friends with you? Yeah, we'd love to see them. Kids at Heart is in Shelbyville, I think she said. I could be wrong though. Just look for Kids of Heart Publishing, and maybe I can post in the comment. But I have it on my website, terryhardin.com. You can see it has it there. And then in Richmond, Indiana, we're going to be at this coffee bar and beer tap. So that should be fun. And you'll meet the mayor because Dave better be there. Dave Snow. He better be there, my friend and colleague. Contact the people at Vroman's bookstore in Pasadena, also the children's museum. Thank you, Stephen. Will you email me that, Stephen? And if you have a contact, please, I'd love it. And then if you could be there, even better. I'd love that. Thank you. Thank you very much. Good morning, Ava. Good morning. Are you out in Walt Disney World? How sweet is that? Really adorable, aren't they? They are funny too. They have real attitude. Yeah, the cats do anyway. Joseph says, perfect. I will be arriving the 5th at LAX. Please bring some signed books from your author so I can purchase. Of course. Where are you going to be, Joseph? Where are you going to be? We'll come find you. I'd love to see you. I'd love to see you, Joseph. Yeah, yeah. Let's make it happen, and I'll be happy to. Let's talk on Messenger, and I'll get it. I'll arrange it. I'll set it all up for you. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Joseph. That's very sweet of you. And he says it again. Well, I appreciate you saying that. Sign books, and we'll connect. Just tell me where, and I'll make sure I see you. Yes, I love them. I know. How can you not? Yeah. No, not in WDW yet. We'll be in Disneyland in a week or so. Then later. Awesome, Janet. Well, if you're interested in sculpting pumpkins, October 30th in Anaheim, we got it happening. Yep, just 5 miles away from Disneyland. I'm teaching a live, in-person pumpkin sculpting class. It's going to be a blast. It's going to be hosted by someone who hosts events, and she is going to make sure you have some food and that you have fun and you get to carve. And go to terryhardin.com, events, $75 to take the class, but that includes the pumpkin and the use of my tools. Then afterwards, if you want, you will have the opportunity to buy a DVD and the tools of your very, very own if you so choose, but it is not mandatory, okay? All right, so go check it out. Let's see. Deanna says she grew up on 2.5 acres. We had chickens, a horse, cows, goats, and fun. Lynette has chickens. She had a goat. She had a donkey. The goat has gone to be a companion to other donkeys because her donkey passed away a while back. Bless her, bless him, and we miss him too. But she's got dogs, cats, and chickens. I think I covered it. Yeah. Yay, Deanna. I'm going to try hard to make the Zoom meeting. Please do, Sandra. I have been a sub for 5th grade plus during my computer classes as well. If you have a local school and love kids, check on being a sub. They will appreciate the help. Indeed. Or just have me in. And the substitute teacher can relax, sit over there, and I'll entertain the kids for a while. We'll do puppets. Yes. Descanso Gardens, where are you going to be? You going to be doing pumpkins because it's October? You flying in? Are they flying in? Yeah, well, I know where that is. So you let me know when and we'll connect, okay? Yeah, congratulations on that. And of course, dogs and cats living together. Yes, yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Just awesome. Just awesome. So, my darlings, this has been a very, very short AMA, more of a conversation because you haven't seen me in a while, talking about the Giggling Pumpkins book, talking about it's lovely to have my illustrations in a book. I did a color illustration cover for a paperback book and about time travel, and it was really lovely. It was nice, but this is where the whole book, all my art is in it. Lynette's art, because she colored the drawings that I did and she wrote it, and it's charming, charming. So if you have children who want to read to you, this can happen with this book. Everybody is telling us the kids love it to read to their parents, and if you're a parent who wants to read to your child, you want to read together. We were on G101, the radio station out here on the East Coast area, and his son, we were on the Rick Duncan show, morning show on G101, and his little boy came to tell us that he's read it 3 times. So, how exciting. Just lovely to see how people are enjoying it. So my heart goes out to you. I love you very much. Let me place you on my lap here. Make my heart for you. Do something nice. There it is. Do something nice for someone. It'll make you feel a whole lot better. Thank you so much. I love you from the farm here in Connorsville, Indiana. Hugs to you. Loves to you. I will keep you posted on whether or not we're going to do that Zoom call, but I think we will, tribe. We will do it. So if you want to be on a Zoom call where you talk to us live and you interact live, go to Patreon and check it out. Patreon.com/Terri Hardin, or just go to my website and click on Patreon. Have a lovely day, Ava. Everyone who's in Florida, have fun. Be safe. Everyone else, I will see you soon. Take care. Bye for now.